All right, back in the library again, constantly in here reading books. Come up with some great ones whenever I'm in here. If you have watched any of the other videos, you kind of know how this goes along. I'm going to go ahead and explain it at the beginning of each one just to make sure that everyone's on the same page. Doing these book reviews is a blast. I have a blast doing these. It's going to be either physical copies or digital copies, just depending upon what I have and what I have access to. That being said, it it just kind of bases on what I choose to pick up to read or some things that have really stuck out in my mind, things of that nature. Uh, Moving forward, what I look at with these things is not just content. I look at various different things, especially if I have a physical copy in hand. There are quite a few, almost like boxes on my checklist that I have to go through on there that I like to make sure that everything's in order, that it feels good, that the lettering is well done, that the dialogue is there, the panels look good, the whole thing. So that being said, let's go ahead and delve into what we have today. Today, this one caught my attention simply because I love the history and the morals of the entire setup with this. Not every single generation of this by any means, but in feudal Japan, with samurai and things of that nature. I love those kind of stories and things that are going on. So today's is Blood and Fire by Aaron Wroblewski. If I blew that out of the water and messed it all up, I apologize, Aaron, so much for that. I gave him my best shot on there. I've been trying that throughout the afternoon, trying to figure out exactly how to say that. Wroblewski or Wroblewski. Aaron, he did it. It's good. Uh, so first thing, of course, I have a physical copy. So as you can see, it's stable. The outer pages, the covers, are actually very thick, very well done. Uh, it does the pages that are interior. They have a almost like a parchment feel, which is interesting because whenever you look at some of the stuff that's in there, it fits with what you're reading. It almost makes you feel like you're reading a Japanese scroll. Kudos on that one for coming up with that. As far as panels are concerned, a lot of the straight edge panels that are in here, not so much of the 6 or 9, standard format. They change it up every once in a while. I really wish they would have gone with some of the out of the panel drawings, especially with this kind of storyline that's in here, or maybe even some of the different shape panels, just to kind of draw some more attention to it. The storyline is outstanding. It really draws you in and moves you forward on here, and it stays to the samurai code, which is very, very interesting and very refreshing to see in there. Dialogue on point. They are speaking English, so you don't have to read and then reread subtitles. I was happy about that. So it's kind of underlined that you're not reading, that they're actually speaking English, but it's already been changed, but we're not going to be changing it on every single panel. I appreciate that. As far as lettering is on point. I didn't see not one issue with that at all. It's got a lot of movement to it, a lot of moving parts. For the most part, it is more of a, I would say black and white, but it's actually a little more of the shades that are in there, not just the black. But the cool thing is, whenever you get to the events where it's actually starting to get brutal, shall we say, show you a quick little thing there. The reds stand out. Now, first thing that came to mind whenever I read this, picked this up, started looking at it, and really going through it, it has got a Frank Miller vibe to it. Correct me if I'm wrong about that, but it definitely has that vibe for me, at least. That's interesting. It's not very easy to come up with that style, and successfully, I should say, come up with that style where it doesn't look like you were trying. So by not even trying to get that style, they have accomplished doing that, as far as I'm concerned, which makes it even more of a page turner. It's very interesting. The story itself, I actually can't talk quite a bit about it because I don't want to get the spoilers on there. But again, it's based on the code, and on top of the code, there is family. So a choice has to be made between family, code, honor, loyalty, discipline, all kinds of forgotten beliefs and words that have been out there that this actually revisits, which I absolutely love. As far as I'm concerned, this book is one that you definitely need to have in your collection. I do have one negative about this book, just one. Whenever I received it, it didn't have a bag and board, which normally would be, no problem, whatever. This is an oversized book. This is not your normal size book. You can actually see, as opposed to an actual comic, the difference in size there. Man, that is messing up with my camera. But it does make a difference on that. So I've definitely got to get a magazine bag and board so I can put this in there and safely secure it while I'm not reading it. So if you like this, all I ask is please, please, please go ahead and remember, subscribe, like it, because that actually kicks in the algorithm, lets me know, well, not only the algorithm, but it lets me know that you actually like it, which is a good thing to know. And then share it out. You never know who else is going to like this thing. So that being said, please remember, like, subscribe, and share. Do whatever you can to support the indie creators that are out there. I consider myself an indie creator, even though I can't draw a stick figure to save my life. But hey, we all have our talents. But thank you for watching, and if you want to have something reviewed on here, all you got to do is ask. So until then, I'm going to go back to the library, grab another book, and I will see you next time.